Rexar versus Malfurion.
I must protect the wild.
Let the hunt begin.
Spectacular.
I generally like leading with this one because the threat of magnetic is stronger than the stealing 1 extra damage. Ooh, Huffer, that's a good one.
Jewels of the sun.
I wonder what this does.
The 1/4 is so good against my deck, but I've been pushing enough damage that I think I'll be okay. I even have the Flark into N'Zoth if it really comes down to it. I've spent a lot of time thinking about trading into these 1/4s, but I think it's just not worth it. I guess I should cash this in here. And I guess rather than hero powering, it's actually better to bomb toss one of my guys? Does that make sense? It pushes the most immediate damage, even though it doesn't really give me anything in the long run. I might not have a chance to cast that bomb toss later.
Power takes many. Power takes many.
Why wouldn't he have 2 War Druid Lodies? Alright, well, looks like I lose to Hidden Oasis. Oh wait, no, I had lethal. I didn't think this bomb would die for some reason.
Rexar versus the Thunder King.
I am the slayer of kings and gods. Let the hunt begin.
1, 2, 3 curve. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I wonder what this does.
I've got a pretty good tempo lead, and since he's not Quest Shaman, he's probably not playing Sandstorm Elemental. What is this? Is he like control shaman or something silly?
To my side.
Do I even care about killing a 1/1? Might be better against Lightning Storm. I guess it's better against Mogu stuff too. But if he has Desert Hair, he can already play Mogu, so I don't know if that was worth.
Mortals are so squishy. Mortals are so squishy.
He got Ragnaros and Katrina. Okay. Maybe he can make some really terrible trades and get wrecked by Abomination. I guess the Goblin Bombs are pretty good against Ragnaros, and his 6/5 did fall asleep.
Shall we make a storm?
Let's go 0-2. Oh, you hit the 1-2. The 1-2 was the good one, though. I guess this is the line. Set into 10, play Abomination, hope he doesn't have Earthshocker Hex. Don't like where this is going. Alright, so I'm dead to 1 and 5 Ragnaros here.
Gaze upon
He high rolled me with Evolve and still had to hit a 1 and 5 to win that game.
Rexa versus Thrall.
for Doomhammer. Let the hunt begin.
Don't think I want to keep any of this other stuff. Although maybe Abomination is good against some Shamans. Well, we'll find out since I drew the other one. Alright. I think of all the things that could have happened this turn, Voltaic Burst on an empty board was not the worst. I could play the Spider Bomb. I guess it's kind of hard for him to kill it without, like, his overload's going away, so it's kind of hard for him to kill it without killing one of his things. But the Spider Bomb can do damage later. So I think I'll just play some other stuff. Maybe use this to magnetize onto one of these Goblin Bombs. And I even have the Fireworks tech, so holding it's definitely better.
Mortals are so squishy.
Well, that's definitely not the highest of high rolls for a Shaman. The Spider Bomb's looking pretty appealing. I guess either one of these that I hit, I'm pretty happy with. I could kill both by, like, trading off my Spider Bomb, but that seems kind of bad. So if I value trade here, I actually miss 3 damage since I'm going to be buffing it. I think trading this off is better.
Ooh, I wonder what this does.
Killing Vicino is probably slightly preferable. Although I have seen one Voltaic burst already, so maybe not. I'm actually dying a lot more than I expected.
Quickly to my side.
Misha's cool. I think I actually need the trade so I don't get hit by this pit croc. I guess I can just play Abomination here. There are a lot of attacks here I can make. I'm not sure if playing the Bomb Toss made that much sense there. I didn't want him to be able to go lick him plus the thing. But I guess, like, how many overload spells could have really allowed him to, or could have, like, how many times could he have overloaded and not had something to run into the Abomination? Looks like we might have a tie game.
You down.
I'm dead to Lightning Bolt. I don't know if that deck really plays much burn other than that. I've seen both Sludge Slurpers already, so no Lackey shenanigans. Alright. As long as the Shaman doesn't win, I consider it a victory for myself.
None can escape my fury.
Let the hunt begin.
Venomizers are pretty solid too. I guess I like playing the one that doesn't die to his dagger. Well, he obviously wanted the dagger this twice, so let's prevent that. Four mana card on turn 4. Let's go. Well, what could this secret be? He did discover it from Secret Plan, so it's probably a reasonable secret. Maybe I should check for freezing.
Hunt alone.
Not freezing or snake, so it's probably explosive. Rip. But my bombs still got in there for 2 each.
I take this. And that.
The Brotherhood shall prevail.
And he takes 5 damage for aggroing my Kobold Sand Trooper. It's glorious. Probably just gonna kill command him here, I guess. I'm kind of far away from N'Zoth, but these other cards don't really seem that useful either. N'Zoth is pretty dope.
I hunt alone.
So next turn I have Hero Power Bomb Toss 9 lives for 7.
Give me a quest. Rexxar versus Anduin. The light shall bring victory.
Let the hunt begin.
I'll keep my 2-drop.
Greetings.
What do I even play here? Probably this one so I can magnetize.
Greetings, traveler. I've got more left in me.
Definitely happy I went for the one that let me do this. Imagine playing Aggro Priest 30 minutes into the new season. I hate trading, but kind of have to against Priest.
The end begins.
Jesus, this guy's curve. Hopefully I can just kill him. There's actually a pretty good chance I actually get the 6 out of this instead of just the 3. In that case, he's real close to dead.
Hey, I got you, friend. Hey, I got you, friend.
Going face. So what if I play Abomination? I've got 7, 8, 18, which is not good enough because he can just heal. And that's assuming my Abomination doesn't get silenced.
I wonder.
But like, what else am I gonna do here? Abomination seems like the play. If nothing else, it should block the damage from this Blade Master. I don't know if this attack is ever relevant. You gotta heal first, buddy. He didn't heal first. Or maybe he was just dead, because he had to clear my board too. From watching this video, you may have realized that N'Zoth isn't playable very often in this N'Zoth deck, which is obviously a bummer, but I did still have a positive win rate, so maybe this aggressive bomb hunter strategy isn't too bad right now, even without the N'Zoth. If you're willing to cut the N'Zoth, you're probably better off having, like, a War Gear or something. Plenty of opportunities to magnetize that guy for 5 damage. Or maybe like Ragnaros could be okay in this spot. Although toward the end of the game we do tend to give up board control sometimes, so not sure how good Ragnaros would be. But the point is, N'Zoth is definitely not the optimal card here. Another card that I'm not in love with in this deck is Whirly Glider. Getting the free Goblin Bomb is obviously nice, especially if we're still playing N'Zoth in the deck. But a 2-drop that summons 2 bodies is especially bad against Evolved Shaman, which is like 50% of the ladder right now. So Whirly Glider is not great, but I don't think it's terrible in the deck. We do need 2 drops, and it does give you a thing to magnetize Venomizer or Spider Bomb onto. So Whirly Glider's okay, I think. The only other card I want to mention is Tracking. I went back and forth between Tracking and Springpaw, and I think both of them have their merits. Springpaw is obviously just a better turn 1 play, but Tracking is surprisingly good in this deck, because as straightforward as the game plan is, there are actually a lot of little combos that show up in this deck. Like sometimes you want a Fireworks tech for the right position, sometimes 9 lives is good, sometimes it's not. Or sometimes you have a board state where if you just happen to pick up a Necro mechanic, you can get an extra like 6 or 8 damage or something. And of course Tracking is also just good for finding your power cards like Abomination, Flark, and N'Zoth. Or just digging for lethal with Kill Command or whatever. So I think Tracking is pretty good in this deck. It's kind of a bummer that we just have no 1-drops. But I'm not sure what I'd be willing to cut, and there really aren't that many 1-drops that I'm excited to play. If you're not too concerned about playing N'Zoth, you can always just put Mekaru in your 1-drop slot. I wasn't playing it because I wanted my N'Zoth to be dealing as much damage as possible, but overall it's probably better for your win rate to not focus too much on that. But at that point where we're not worried about N'Zoth and we're putting in Mekaru, then it starts to make sense to play like all the other magnetic and mech stuff, and then we cut like Kobold Sandtrooper, and then we just end up with a pretty boring mech hunter. But it probably would be a pretty boring mech hunter with a higher win rate than this deck.